Welcome to Relationships 360, where Certified Relational Wisdom Instructor Stacey McKay will be sharing topics and introducing guests that will discuss many ways to navigate all relationships, business and personal. If you want to go beyond emotional intelligence and learn to be relationally wise in all facets of your life, then we know you'll enjoy this show. Hi, I'm Suzanne Lynn with Stacey McKay from Stacey McKay Company. I'm glad that you're here. We have so much to talk about today.
I know. I'm so excited.
Let's talk about some changes that are happening with you.
Yes, so I'm excited. In 2020, many of you know me through the School of Property Management University. And we're still Property Management University, Inc., although we will be expanding and doing business as Stacey McKay Company with a broader spectrum with realtors and businesses alike.
That's exciting.
Not just property management.
Today we're going to dive into marketing and how important it is to be able to market. Of course, we know that you're in real estate, but above that, there's a lot of realtors. You need to market your business to be able to get the business. Where do we start with that?
Absolutely. So one of the classes that I teach through Property Management University that's been very successful in helping property managers to be able to market themselves and to get new business was our business development course. And with business development, that is really going beyond just marketing. It is putting together a plan to go out there and bring in that new business, and how is that plan going to work? Where are you going to market yourself? And more importantly, what is that niche? What is your niche market that you really say everything that I do from a marketing perspective is going to drive towards getting business within that niche?
That is really important, having that niche, because you can get lost in the noise if you're not standing out.
Absolutely. And for realtors, a lot of times it's called your farm. You farm a particular subdivision or a particular area, or you might even farm through your business contacts or your church contacts. I know for the first 10 years of my career, and I've been in real estate now going on 33 years, I had what I would call a farm area through my church. I was a member of a large church in Winter Park, Florida, and began to sell a house to this young couple and then another young couple, and then they told me about another couple. And so that I really had a base of marketing within that social setting. So that can also be a niche. For many years, when I started into property management, a niche that we had, and this would have been around 2008, 2009, was owners that could not sell a property. So these owners coming off of the downturn of the real estate market had assets, they had property that they were unable to sell at basically their mortgage amount, so their other option was to rent out their property. And so I was coming into that niche knowing that where can I find those owners that have properties that they, at this very given time, cannot sell. We did a lot through radio at that time. Just through radio advertising, it would make our phone ring because we would say there's an alternative to having your home foreclosed or to short sale, that we may be able to turn it into a performing asset for you. And we did that for hundreds and hundreds of owners that were able to hold on to their asset. We rented their property out and helped it to perform. Their mortgage balance came down, the values began to come up, and then as the market improved, they were able to sell off that asset. Many of them still went ahead and said, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Renting, yes.
And they continued to rent their properties through us, and the owners that we've had all the way going back to that point that called in that distress. So that was a niche that we had in property management, and we found ways to market ourselves to that niche.
So what I'm hearing is that you've got your finger on the pulse of what's happening in the community to know, because things weren't exploding quite as bad as they were here in Florida with the housing. And you knew how to turn that around, how to solve people's problems, how to take the pain away, and just get them through.
Absolutely, and places to find those particular clientele. Like I said, radio was one way. That's a more mass media way of doing it. But we also did a lot of community events. So we would do golf tournaments because because, a lot of times people that are out golfing in the middle of a weekday at a charity event probably have investment properties.
Right.
And it would give us the opportunity, as we would do a whole sponsorship, that as they came up, or either, we learned after a while it's better to be at the tee if you're going to be a tee sponsor, because you have a foursome and you have people coming up, and so when one's teeing off, you have three other guys. You're able to talk with them and find out if they have any investment properties. So finding that niche, whether you're a realtor, whether you're in property management, or whether you're in business, it doesn't have to be either of those two fields. Those just happen to be my specialty of area for the number of years that I've been doing this. That it is literally sitting down and saying, what do I do well? Where do I have that niche? Where is there a need that maybe my competitors aren't going after that? And then how am I going to market myself to that niche?
So you were talking about mass media with radio and everything, and now we're currently overwhelmed with digital media and so many more options.
Absolutely.
And how you're doing this video.
Yes,
because video is really king right now. It's shareable and it's personal.
Absolutely. Well, we met through business networking. You came to a BNI meeting that I'm a member of BNI, which is another great way of marketing for every business. So you can call me about that, and we can talk about your organization being a member of Business Network International. But we met through that, and you just told me you did video podcasting or video marketing. And I said, I'd like to learn more about that. And so we got in touch. And then I realized this was a vehicle or a way that I wanted to market what I'm doing in terms of training, in terms of the real estate and business training. And the fact that I have my new course coming up in 2020, which is Relational Wisdom, going beyond emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
And so I thought, what a great way, because a lot of people say, I don't know what that's about.
Right.
If you're able to see a video or listen to this through even an audio podcast, then you would have an opportunity to learn more about that. And that was a decision I made to personally market my business by employing your company, Triangle Media, to do the video podcasting. But the flip side of the coin that's really awesome, and I'm going to want to shift and talk to Suzanne about, is what they do for realtors. And because that is obviously one of my main areas of training, is how to market your property. So you go through all this effort, all this energy, all this time and money to market yourself to get the business. And when we drill it down to realtors or real estate, your business that you're wanting to get is that listing. What can you do that's going to set that listing apart from your competition? But also, when you're going to talk to these sellers and they're looking at 5 different realtors of who they're going to hire to market their property, and you're able to say, I do this, this, and this, and your competitor has not offered that as an option, it very well could be the difference in you getting that listing. And so I've actually personally used their company for a listing that I have coming out here in January, and I'm so excited about the work that they've done, and would love for you to talk a little bit about what you do to market a property and ways that that can help our viewers.
That sounds
great. Are realtors.
Let's take a quick break and we'll come back and kind of switch tables a little bit.
Sounds good. Hi, I'm Stacey McKay. I'm the broker owner of Stacey McKay Company, and I also do real estate training, but not just for realtors and property managers. We also do training for businesses as well. We're especially excited about our newest course coming this year in 2020, and that's Relational Wisdom, Going Beyond Emotional Intelligence. In this seminar, the attendees will learn not just about emotional intelligence, but how the emotional intelligence and soft skills that you have apply to your life and to your relationships. It will help you in business. It will also help you in life. So we're real excited about that course. Would love for you to check it out at our website, which is www.staceymckay.com, to see some of our upcoming dates. Would love to have you part of that. And at Stacey McKay Company, our motto is learn, inspire, grow. It is our mission that when you come and you learn new material, whether it's relational wisdom or one of our business and real estate training classes, that you not just learn that material, but you're inspired to grow to your God-given potential. Hi, welcome back. So before our break, we were talking about marketing from a business standpoint, and as I had shared then, is that I am doing my video casting through Triangle Media. We're taping shows, and you're able to get information on real estate and business training. So one of the things that I, as a realtor, believe is very important is marketing of your property, marketing of your listing. And that's why I was so excited that I was able to meet you because of the fact that you all have, I'm just going to read the flyer so I don't miss any points, but it will help you sell homes faster for more money and get more listings with aerial photos, HDR indoor photos, 3D virtual tours, and videos. And you're doing that right now for one of my upcoming listings, and I am so excited about it.
Well, we're so grateful because we think that you can market homes that cost $100,000, $150,000 as $500,000 homes with the right photography.
Absolutely.
And it's really a package that you can offer.
Yes. You know. Well, and why don't you talk a little bit about the difference, what HDR indoor photos are? I know that there's probably a lot of real estate agents out there that say, well, I just take mine with my Canon or like I did with my Nikon. Sure. And so let's talk about the difference between just one that I would go in with my regular camera and what you're able to take and provide to your clients for marketing.
Sure. One way that you can really stand out as a realtor is to have a company that does HDR. And again, it's HDR. And what it is, it's a series of 3 pictures. And it's automatically done. It's a process that the photographer has to have special equipment for and then a special processing. But when you hear them take the picture, it goes click, click, click. And it's taking 3 identical pictures within just fractions of a second. And the first one is the underexposed picture. The second one is the middle exposed, and then the third one is the overexposed. And the reason being is that the exposure between outside and inside, the needs are different. So for example, a lot of pictures you see in real estate, the windows, the sunshine's coming through and you can't see anything. It's just blown out. That's what it's called. But with HDR photos, you're getting the best picture for the inside and you're getting the best picture to show the exterior to the outside of the window. So it's really exciting. It's new and a lot of people haven't even heard of it, but we're going to show an example. If you're listening, you can go to our website. It's trianglemedia.biz, but for the video friends, you can see some samples
finished
right
product.
there. Yeah.
I was so impressed because I had already went to this listing. It's a vacant property, lovely property. I sold this to the family back in early 2000s because I've been in real estate going on 33 years now. And so they came back to me to sell the property. No one's living in that property. So I'd already taken some photos. But when I sent you all out there, it was night and day between the photos that I had taken and would have used for marketing, you know, on a very expensive and a nice camera that I've had, as to what you were able to produce. And not only that, the cool part is they were able to do virtual staging, which, as all of you know, through MLS, we're able to do that. We do have to mark the box that you're doing virtual staging, and it will put the disclosures on there. And my clients were so excited when I sent them the pictures that you had taken and that you had virtually staged. So instead of just this vacant palette, they were able to put the virtual staging in there as well. And, you know, it's a great alternative if you can't afford what it costs to actually stage a property. And I do have some great people that I know that I can refer you to if you have a very expensive listing and you're planning on doing real staging. But it's great because you're able to really see the difference as opposed to just a big square room.
Yes.
You were able to stage that property.
It's really fun. And the technology that we're at right now is like it hasn't been in the past. You can really make yourself stand out. And it's important because there's a lot of competition and there's some really hard facts that, you know, virtual staging and HDR photos are selling homes faster.
Absolutely. Well, and another aspect that they were able to do is do the drone.
Yes.
So they're able to go out. This property, it has a big lot. There's a playground that sits right behind the property. So it was great for you all to be able to take those higher up views so someone could literally see the land and
Absolutely.
the surrounding areas of that property.
Well, what you want to do, first of all, you want to make sure that who you're getting to be your photographer and your drone, your aerial photography are licensed, because not only are they responsible for fines, but if the photos are printed, the real estate agent is actually, and we're talking about thousands of dollars, actually responsible. So that's really important, whoever you hire. The other thing that's interesting is that you'll see a lot of drone shots, aerial shots, 300 feet up in the air, you know, and you can pretty much get that from Google Maps. What you want to do is have shots that really tell the story of the house. Just even 50 feet up in the air can make a difference, especially with the house that we shot, because the story was how the house is backed up to a park. And you could see that with just a little bit of lift, you know.
Absolutely.
As women, we all know we want the camera to be up a little bit.
A little higher.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
It's just,
absolutely.
just get the best.
Well, and for you real estate agents, and you may or may not remember this through our MLS training, you cannot use Google Maps. So do not use any photos from Google Earth, Google Maps in your marketing. You will be fined.
Oh, you see that all the time.
The
I didn't know that.
Yes, they are not supposed to do it. And if an MLS finds out, you will get a nice little notice and a potential fine. So, so you do want to make sure to use a licensed company that, again, has the right to take those photos and for you to display those photos. So that's another important factor. Let's talk about the 3D virtual tours.
Yeah, they're
I
really
loved
fun.
that.
Yeah.
So, and that will also, they'll have at their, on their website, if you want to be able to take a look at what the 3D virtual tour looks like, but they're doing that for my property as well. So we're getting the whole package, the virtual staging, the HDR photos, the drone, as well as the 3D virtual tours.
It's really neat because you feel like you're just walking in. You're able to go as if you were walking into the house in the different areas. And I mean, even getting up to the stairs and feeling what the landing is like and what the light looks like in the foyer and stuff. So it's very realistic.
You're able to see the colors and all the aspects that home has to offer that a lot of times you're not going to see in still photography. So I would highly recommend, if you're a real estate agent, you've went to all this hard work marketing yourself to get that potential call, then to get that listing appointment, now to have the possibility of listing the home, to have every aspect that you can have to effectively market that home and show that home in its best light.
Be set apart. You know, videos. You don't see very many realtors using professionally narrated videos, and that's another really great selling point that that you can use to set yourself apart and make these homes look thousands of dollars better than you know what they might have appeared with just basic photography.
Well, and we'll have obviously it will be on your website because this is what you do. These are the packages that they do, and they have various packages from bronze, silver, gold, and then they do have a la carte, and you'd be able to see that on their website. But I'll also have video, so the samples of the listing that I have at my website, StaceyMcKay.com, and that's www.stacey, S-T-A-C-E-Y, McKay, MCKAY.com, in case you're just listening to this audibly. So that you can also go there and click on more information, and one of our tabs will be look at some of our video marketing of our properties, so you can see that as a sample.
I love it. So we talked today a lot about marketing your business and your homes once you get the properties. What would you say the overarching takeaway message about marketing would be today?
I think, to me personally, because being a coach that has coached business development, like I said, for companies, is you really need to drill down on a plan for your own personal marketing plan, what your budget looks like. There is a lot of things that you can do marketing-wise of marketing yourself that do not cost you anything. So if you go, Stace, I do not have thousands to spend on marketing myself right now, that's fine. There are things that you can do. Feel free to reach out to me and I can point you in some ideas and directions, or you can attend one of the business development classes that will break down the various things of being able to have your plan. So you have to have a plan, and you got to work that plan. That's the main thing that I would say in terms of marketing. You need to have a specific goal that you're looking for. You're wanting to reach a particular niche. So what does that plan look like? What is my budget? What are my time ranges? And then begin to set that into action, into play.
Everybody needs a coach and a mentor. Even the greatest Hollywood actors have acting coaches. And so I would just really highly recommend you get in touch with Stacey. Just give her a call, look at her website, look it over, and you have me intrigued by the fact that you can do some big marketing and make some big differences with no money.
Yes.
You had me at no money.
Yes, yes. And then it's what we call from zero marketing and up.
Yeah.
So when I talked earlier about being on radio and doing radio advertising, that puts you into a whole different category. That's the up category. But it all depends on what your goal and mission is in terms of the clientele that you're trying to market for, and plan on attending one of those training sessions where we can help give you those tools and resources on how to market yourself effectively.
That sounds great. Stacey McKay Company, you can check it out, and we'll be back in a couple weeks with some more information.
Absolutely. Make sure to check back. We're going to have lots of upcoming shows that's going to help you in business and in life.
Subscribe so you know that they're coming.
Thank you for joining Stacey McKay on Relationships 360. Please remember to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. For more information on relational wisdom and other business and training courses offered by Stacey McKay Company, visit their website at staceymckay.com, where you can check out videos and get in contact directly for more information.